Missions Pulse. Know God's heart, join His mission.
When you share, when you're talking, I'm married into the Filipino culture for the last 16 years. I have also spent 15 years in China. So when you use the word the outsider, immediately I hear in Chinese Mandarin, Lao Wai, the old outsider, that foreigner, or maybe a little bit more ugly in Cantonese, Guai Lo, the foreign devil. So I recall instances of feeling always on the outside, crossing cultures, moving into these places because you have this call of God. You desire to bring the gospel. But culture is a big hurdle in many ways. So how does God use or maybe honor and elevate this Filipino aspect of absorbing culture or to be capable of passing across culture? I ask my Filipino friends who live in different countries throughout Asia and the world, do you experience a culture shock? And they look at me funny. This is a term we use in America, culture shock. Yes, culture shock. Filipinos look at me like, what exactly is culture shock? Because they don't seem to deal with that. Is God have a unique role for Filipinos in the Great Commission mandate?
Oh, very much so. I think all these foreign influences that makes the Filipino a mix of various cultures, make them open to and have a welcoming attitude towards new cultures and get excited about anything new. And so they can enjoy being a tourist anywhere in the world. But most tourists would do that, would enjoy it maybe for 2 or 3 weeks.
Yeah.
And that's just, I'd like to go back to McDonald's and eat my hamburgers, etc. But for a Filipino, they hardly miss home. But once it hits them, they can be very, very homesick, and it can be a very terrible experience. But there are ways out of that, and we can come back to that later.
Okay.
But very important is this whole understanding that the world is my parish, or the world is my playhouse. Okay, it's a place to enjoy. And now, where did this, let's say, positive, let's say, open outlook come from? And I trace it on 2 ways. The first is the primitive worldview that looks at nature and looks at a community as an open one. The second is the Christian worldview that comes in, that says God created all of this for all to enjoy. And in fact, the 2 Filipino values, bayanihan, of sharing all that you have with others. Okay, sharing work, sharing money, sharing everything. Just to situate that, the second value, walang iwanan, no one is left behind. So that is the whole caring, that if you are in our community, you will not be left behind.
Wow.
If somebody gets ahead, there are ways that the Filipino culture would see to it that you don't get too far ahead when somebody is left behind.
I see.
So that is that whole community value, bayanihan and walang iwanan.
Yes.
That value, those 2 values, I think, is the core of what makes Filipinos really prepared by God to be ready to go to any culture and enjoy it, as well as now put in God's perspective.
I was going to say, in the influence as well.
That's right.
Missions Pulse. Know God's heart, join His mission. This podcast is powered by Within Reach Global. Subscribe, watch, and listen on YouTube today. Visit missionspulse.com.
Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed that video, leave a comment below. Tell me what you thought. Also, you might want to check out this video here, and honestly, that one's not bad either. Make sure you subscribe to Missions Pulse by clicking the subscribe button right here, and also click that little bell button so you get notified every single time we post a new video.